I will be posting at least one video a week. That you can take to your grave.
Wow, that did not age well, didn't it? What's up, everyone? Your Auntie Alexis here. So, it has been a while since I posted a lot of long form content here in the channel. I still remember the last one, which is JRPG related, and technically the Super Mario one, which was kind of like a little experiment. But I kind of wanted to set the record straight to talk to you about like why the heck are all these like gaming updates sparse? If you've been to the community tab, you've probably seen my post asking about how you deal with the number of hours that you have every night after work, whether it's like 1 hour or 2 hours. That's actually connected with what I want to talk about today. And with that, I want to start with a little story. So yesterday, I was at work, my full-time job, and I basically told my boss, like, hey, look, tomorrow, remember, like last week, I actually have my medical appointment for my transition. Didn't tell them that, doesn't really matter. And he said, like, but we have a special event happening at work today, and I need you to work this entire thing all week. And I said, but we talked about this last week. And he's like, I'm sorry, is there any way that you can cancel it? I promise I will give you whatever time off you want, like in the future as a result. And so I acquiesced. I canceled my medical appointment today. Today is Tuesday as I'm recording this. And then as I'm driving to work today, okay, my supervisor contacts me and says, Lexi, I am so sorry. I messed up. You are off today. And so I'm like, wait a minute, I literally canceled a medical appointment just for, this special event happening at work. And now you're telling me I'm off. Can I just come into work anyway? And my supervisor apologized. And bear in mind that my supervisor is not a person of ill will. My supervisor is actually a very nice person and very kind, actually. But that kind of illustrates the demands of this job. And originally, I wanted to talk about this job within the context of Death Stranding. And in some ways, my time with Death Stranding kind of informed me of my experience, which is kind of crazy to think about. Because there's a lot of similarities between my job and Death Stranding. And before you actually say, like, are you an Amazon delivery driver? No, but as it turns out, my role is very similar to Sam Porter Bridges because technically speaking, I work under the executive branch of the government as a mail carrier. For the purposes of this video and copyright, I cannot name the organization that I work for, but you probably know what I'm talking about at this point. What this basically means is that much like Sam Porter Bridges, I literally walk every single day from point A to point B and delivering mail and packages and advertising. Ugh, those advertising you get on Tuesday, I'm responsible for that. I'm sorry. And before you say anything, no, I am not stacking totem poles high on my back. And yes, I do have an exoskeleton in the form of like a body harness so that way I'm not breaking my back every time I'm like carrying very heavy stuff. But what this also means is that my step count has been ridiculously high. We're talking about a minimum of about 20,000 a day, walking between 9 to 14 miles a day. And given the story I told you where they wanted me to work 7 days straight, well, think about how many miles I've racked up on shoes. In fact, I've actually had to rebuy a new pair of shoes, much like, again, Sam Porter Bridges, because they do expire quite fast. Let's put it this way, like 3 months. It's almost like tires, pretty much. And the reason why I bring this up is because, of course, of how unpredictable this job is in terms of its scheduling. Not only is this job mentally draining, but it's also physically draining as well. And with hours ranging from 9 a.m. all the way up until 7 p.m., you can imagine that when I get home, I'm pretty much drained at the end of the day. And there are pluses and minuses of this job, of course, but every single day is pretty intense in its own way. Even if it's just walking, there's a lot of analysis that goes on in your head because you obviously have to sort the mail in your hand. You have to make sure that the parcels in your satchel basically get delivered to the right address. It really does exercise both your mental and physical acuities. And because of that, at the end of like a 10-ish hour day, all I want to do really is just rest because my body is beat up. It's not used to the 9 to 14 mile hikes that I've been doing every single day. So where does this leave us? I want you to know that I haven't given up on Backlog Battle, but there is a reason why I said many moons ago that I want to make shorts. And the shorts performance is just kind of mixed, and I understand it. A lot of people want me to do long form formats, and I have done that. It's just that right now, the time that I have for video games in general is very slim, which is why you're seeing a lot more shorts when it comes to movies, because movies are digestible within 2 to 3 hours, as opposed to video games that are above 10 hours. Heck, imagine trying to take on a Persona game right now at about 100-ish hours. That's kind of intense. Like, it would take me like 2 to 3 months in order to really engage with it. The performance for the movie ones have been great, actually, especially on IG. I don't know why YouTube doesn't like it. What this also means, though, is that I'm now engaging with a lot of shorter games like Resident Evil Requiem, and something that I love playing right now, which is Pragmata. I want to make something about that game because I am seeing a lot of different things like talked about in this, but not the ones that I've been thinking about, which to me is actually very important to note. And because I loathe making channel updates, I want to give you guys an update on the games that I've been playing. So Silent Hill 2 and Silent Hill F are games that I kind of started when this whole thing began, and I haven't gone back to it yet. But the memory of my experience with Silent Hill F is still in my brain, and I do want to finish it eventually. Same thing with Resident Evil Requiem. I am completely in love with that game, but again, so many games are coming out. What I do want to kind of highlight right now is my time with Monster Hunter Stories 3. It's very short, barely like the demo length and anything like that. And the reason why I wanted to bring more emphasis on this is because of where I'm at in my life right now. The very first area of Monster Hunter Stories 3 is massive, and honestly, every single time I stepped out into it, I was like, what the hell am I supposed to do? Yes, there are story markers, but that's not going to advance you. A lot of the game is all about like capturing monsties, making them and, like upgrading them and stuff. But somehow I feel like compared to part 2, they almost like kind of did some shorthand with like explaining a lot of the more important aspects of monstie hunting, and to me that's been kind of frustrating. Now, I want to be clear by saying that all of my commentary about Monster Hunter Stories 3 is not a knock on the game. I personally believe that whether we like a game or not is circumstantial based off of our personal experience and circumstances. And quite honestly, I love Monster Hunter Stories so much that I will definitely be giving it a try maybe later down the line, like once I have more time, which I don't know, that's gonna be like a long time based off of what I've heard from my job. Which leads me to another Capcom great, which is Pragmata. I have a lot of things to say about this game, but this is, I think, the most important. So, because of my job and the lack of time, I've been kind of disconnected with games. It's very difficult to get myself in the mood to just relax and chill and have a good time with a game. And in my mind, I was thinking to myself, like, maybe you're just waiting for the perfect game. This has happened before, by the way, where I was just waiting for something to be passionate about, to really sink my teeth into. And when I heard that Pragmata was roughly around 9 to 10 hours long, I kind of thought to myself, that doesn't sound too bad. But when I actually started the game proper and played through the entire, beginning section, which I played in PAX West last year, it was an easy transition, no pun intended, and I just kind of picked up the controls like nothing happened between now and September of last year. It was so intuitive, in fact, that I just kind of jumped into the game willy-nilly and just like really realized that this game left an indelible mark on me. But I think the most important thing, and I keep saying the most important things, I think there's a lot of important things about Pragmata, is the fact that it respects your time. And I asked you guys about this on my recent short, talking about like whether or not I should talk about the time spent and whether it has a lot of value. You see, when we were growing up, when I was young as well, we had this idea that the longer the game is, the more value it actually delivers. But the problem with that notion is that's kind of ignoring a lot of shorter games that have high value every single time. And Pragmata kind of demonstrates this by essentially having something exciting happen at almost every turn. Like, whether it's the discovery of some neat trinkets or hacks or new weaponry or new enemy types. And honestly, I just can't get enough of it. I remember waking up super early yesterday and actually spending a whole hour playing Pragmata before going to work. And that's part of why I started making this video. What's more important to me right now is getting back into games and also writing something about Pragmata that's not gonna take more than a month. There is something about that game, and Capcom is just really shooting on all cylinders. Like, playing Monster Hunter Stories 3 on my Switch 2 has been a joy. Playing Pragmata on PS5 has been fantastic, and I just can't wait to talk to you guys about this game, because really, I did not expect to love the game as much as I have, because I swear to God, I only have 30-45 minutes a night sometimes, and I feel fulfilled every single time. It's like playing Animal Crossing, but more fulfilling. Does that make sense? Oh yeah, I've been also playing Death Stranding because I wanted to make that video, but What's interesting though is I'm going back to the first one more than the second one. The second one is missing that mystique factor that the first one had, and Mads Mikkelsen, let's be honest. But I'm still playing through it. I think that it is still really funny that I love that game, and of course I'm a mail carrier. And I'm sorry if I'm all over the place right now. I just, it's just, life is good when it's not trying to screw me over sometimes. And I just wanted to let y'all know that I've been pretty good, and not a day goes by that I think about this channel and what I want to make for it. But in order for me to make something for it, it has to be really special and doesn't take too long. The other thing that I want to talk about is this little project that I'm working on with some fellow YouTube content creators. Within the lines of not being able to finish longer games like JRPGs, I believe I've figured out a way to collaborate with other people so that way, even though that I'm not reviewing some of these longer games, you still get a more in-depth look and a review of sorts on these games with my perspective. I don't want to hype it up too much because I have yet to make it, but one of the episodes is already being planned and scheduled to be recorded, and I can tell you it's about Final Fantasy VI. It's one of my most beloved games, and the person who I'm talking to about this, I think I want to say this was their first time playing it, so I'm really excited to get into the weeds and see how they felt about it and have a conversation. And I think that sort of format is going to be really fun in the future. I'm also trying to come up with other games as well, of course East End Proud Nordics, but we'll see. I don't want to hype it up too much. And by the way, I'm looking for video editor, so if anybody is an experienced video editor, let's talk. I think that'll help with things. So, anyways, since this is technically a channel update video, I want you to update me with something. Let me know what games you're playing. If you're playing Pragmata, let me know how far you're into it. And yeah, I am just really curious about what's going on. Anyways, thank you very much for watching, everyone. Hope everybody's doing great, and I'll see you all hopefully very soon. Ta-ta! Ta-ta, that is such a corny sign-off. I can't come up with any better ones. Goodbye. That sounds like an AOL instant messenger thing, or when you're logging off of AIM. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you later or something. Let's go with that.